Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. I've got two topics for you today, but both the topics are very much linked. My topic number one is CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation, lands up on the doorstep of Rabri Devi at her residence to question her on land for job case. That's my topic number one. My topic number two is police raids Asianet office in Kozhikode in Kerala. Two topics, both linked. Let's get right into the show and find out how. So, like I mentioned, Central Bureau of Investigation landed up on Rabri Devi's doorstep at her residence in Patna to question her on the land for job case. Now, what is land for job case? I will give you a brief. CBI had booked former Bihar Chief Minister Lalu Prasad Yadav and his family members in this fresh case, that is the land for job case of corruption in May last year. The agency had named as many as 16 people, including Lalu Yadav, his wife Rabri Devi, his daughter Ms. Bharti and Hema Yadav, and the beneficiaries of the entire process as accused in the FIR. So, in January, the CBI also got a prosecution sanction from central government against Lalu Yadav and also submitted the sanction before the Delhi court. Officials said that they had applied for a sanction last year. Prosecution sanction from the competent authorities is a prerequisite for the special court to take cognizance of the charge sheet filed by the agency. So they had taken approval from the central government to arrest Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav. Now, the case, according to the Central Probe Agency, is based on allegation that Lalu Prasad Yadav took land plots as bribe to give jobs to people when he was the railway minister in UPA government. Now you got the case. Okay, now you got what the story is. Lalu Prasad Yadav allegedly asked for land if you want jobs in railways, and the Central Bureau of Investigation has collected evidence. Central Bureau of Investigation has filed an FIR and therefore the investigation is on. And Central Bureau of Investigation therefore landed in Rabri Devi's case. Okay. Now, the point is, like I said before, and I repeat now, that if somebody has wronged, somebody should be booked. If somebody has gone against the law, that person should be brought to justice no matter who that person is. But like I always say, and I repeat today, and I am going to add a few more things now, it is very strange that all the lawbreakers belong to the opposition party. And some of the lawbreakers who belong to the opposition party, when they join the Bharatiya Janata Party, they are cleansed of all the evils that they have done. All of a sudden, everything seems to be going away. Number one. Number two, like I always say, how come there are no illegal transactions, no person who is doing any illegal activity in the Bharatiya Janata Party? Everybody who joins Bharatiya Janata Party is spotlessly clean, squeaky clean as they call it. Is this possible? Is this possible? So the fact is, our central agencies used to just create pressure on the opposition, to just ensure that opposition is defocused from fighting elections, winning seats, to fighting their own battle, ensuring that they don't go behind bars. Now, this is the question number one. The important point that I want to bring to your notice is that I see a pattern here. I see a pattern here wherein you have a brand, you have a political party that rises to become a national party like AAP, or you have a political party that rises because that particular political party aims on Bharatiya Janata Party and Bharatiya Janata Party government. Normally, more often than not, that party is targeted and that party is hit. That is where you have cases after cases and FIRs after FIRs, central agencies after central agencies coming and investigating them. This is now a pattern. So there are three things that opposition parties cannot do. Point number one, they cannot talk against the central government. If they talk against the central government, talk against the Prime Minister of India, they are going to have agencies coming after them. Two, they cannot create a unity, they cannot create a strategy that they aim for 2024. If anybody, any party threatens Bharatiya Janata Party, even an iota for 2024, that particular party, that particular leader is going to get into trouble. They can expect central agencies to come behind them. So that is point number two. And point number three, the reason why a lot of these parties are not aligning with Congress or not coming under the banner of Congress is because the only way you can have a strong opposition in India is if Congress leads that opposition. Because Congress is the only party who still has, while they have lost a lot of MLAs, while there are states that are not, that doesn't have a single Congress MLA, all that I agree. But Congress is the only party that even today can actually lead an opposition group. There is no other party who can do that. And AAP is no way capable of doing that. A Trinamool Congress is almost bow down to Bharatiya Janata Party, so it is Congress. So the moment you have parties that are even thinking of aligning with Congress to become an opposition, they will get into trouble. So this is the clear strategy. And this is what is happening. So one has to be very clear about it. That till such time that, like in Mamata Banerjee's case, till such time that you keep quiet, handle your state, do not make much noises, do not go against the government and all that, you are fine. But the moment you try getting people together, making a group, trying to get opposition united, trying to be a national party, trying to put up your prime ministerial candidate, like RJD wanted Nitish Kumar to be the prime ministerial face, all that you do, this is bound to happen. So this is the clear understanding. That's the point that I wanted to make. So now, governance will be decided by two people in India. Our democracy is now into a very new stage of evolving. Our democracy has evolved into a very new stage. Okay, where you have voters at one end, you also have coercion through central agencies at the other. Both put together will decide who forms the next government in our country. This is the synopsis of whatever is happening over the last couple of months. Let's get into topic 2 and I will tell you why all of these are related. Topic 2. So the cops barged into Asianet's office and did a search in Asianet's office in a place called Kozhikode in Kerala. Now, according to the report, the state police chief was given a complaint by the CPM MLA PV Anwar about fake news in which a minor girl was presented as a victim of narcotics and sexual abuse. One of the charges invoked in Section 21 of the POSCO Act that dealt with failure to report the criminal offence against the minor. Now, the CPM said that, they showed a minor girl who was reportedly a victim of sexual abuse and narcotics. Okay, they said that this is fake news and the fact is, therefore, Asianet is being charged under the POSCO Act. That is the Protection of Children from Sexual Offence Act. Now, while the investigation is going on, we will come to know what is the truth, what is not. But again, you see, this use of force against dissent is not limited to center. This use of force is percolating. It is going down. Bharatiya Janata Party used it much more than what Congress used it. So Congress used, it is not that Congress government or UPA government didn't use the CBI and all that. Congress government used CBI. Now Bharatiya Janata Party is using it tenfolds more. This particular misuse, this particular ease of gaining power has become an order of the day. Now, even a state government like CPM in Kerala is using the same. They are using police. We saw Arvind Kejriwal use police against his own people. We saw even Congress government using police. So the fact is now it has become a norm. What is going to be worse, and I said all these are related, is because if you are going to use security services, if you are going to use investigative agencies, if you are going to use enforcement agencies like your pawn, what is going to happen to you is the next government, whoever that government is, even next, if the next government is not a BJP government and it is another government, that government will use it 10 times more than what BJP government used. This is spreading. It is no longer a concept that sticks to only Bharatiya Janata Party. It is spreading in this country, and I would urge people who are possibly pro Bharatiya Janata Party in some case or pro CPM in some case to go above party lines and see the fault lines that's happening in our democracy. This is a major fault line. How much ever we develop, how much ever our economic growth happens, how much ever we grow as a country, if our democracy is not there, then that growth is worth nothing. Our country will not be the country that we are. We stayed, we lived, and we grew. That will not be the country. We will be a mutated whole new country altogether. That is what we will be leaving for our children in the future. So this is the point I'm trying to make. The reason I said it is related is because at one level, in the center, we see a lot of central agencies trying to go gun after opposition parties, state governments which are non-BJP governments. And now in the state, we see that the state government are using the police to go after people, to go after dissents, to go after channels, to go after news channels, to go after media, to go after activists who are dissenting from them. So this has become the order of the day. We are breaking our code. We are breaking the essence of our democracy and the essence, the principle which our democracy was based on. And that's what's scary. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.